Yes, sir. You checking it out because I'm checking it out. The Carolina Way, the podcast. It's straight like that. You already know. You tapped in, I'm tapped in. Carolina Way, the podcast. You already know. That's your man, No Limit Larry. Carolina Way podcast. Don't ride the wave, you be the wave. Keep it locked in, keep it locked and loaded. Don't you go nowhere. Keep tapping in. Carolina Way, the podcast.
I mean, I feel like
she could have used that, but we don't know at the end of the day. Like she might have done that because she always wanted to do that. But when they were married at the time, he was like, "I don't want that for her." But she's like, "Hell, we divorced." Yeah, that's something I wanted for my daughter. I don't have to listen to him now. We're divorced. Mm-hmm. So I don't think she's doing it out of spite. But at the end of the day, we don't know. But I'm just saying, from the outside looking in, I don't think she's doing it out of spite. I think she's doing it because that's what she wants for her daughter. And we also got to look at it from this point of view. This ain't 1999, 96. This is 2022, and a lot of shit's changed, and it's a lot of social media shit. Like a lot of kids, they don't write stuff on paper anymore. They use tablets now. Mm-hmm. They play games off tablets. They learn off tablets. So a lot of this stuff, we might think, kid that age shouldn't be on no social media, but that might be the norm for them. Because MySpace, that's basically what we were doing, and that was the whole start of like social media, I feel like. So I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as Kim Kardashian is keeping an eye on her, and she says she was. And the whole thing with the Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, I'm gonna go back what Shaquille O'Neal said. He basically had a divorce with his wife and his baby mom, and he said, for somebody that I wanted to get back with, I didn't put my shit out or her shit out on social media. He said she could have done it to me and talked about it. He said, but I wasn't going to do that because I don't want social media in my business or in my family's business. Mm-hmm. And that makes all the sense in the world. Like Kanye West already said in the beginning that he wanted her back. But now you see the man basically acting out because it's clear as day she don't want to get back with the man. Mm-hmm. So what is he doing? He's putting all the shit out on social media. And it ain't doing nothing but hurting his chances. If he ever wanted to get back with her, it's slimming down to none now. And it just goes back from what I was saying. You don't put your personal things or with your wife or your ex-wife and kids in those social media, because at the end of the day, his kids, Kanye West's kids, going to get older, and they can always go back and do research and look back at what they were talking about. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it's pointless to do that. At the end of the day, it's just pointless to do that.
I feel
so keep your personal shit at home. Keep it at home and let the social media make up shit that they want to make up.
But I think what you're saying as far as like keeping everything off of social media and stuff like that, I think that's where he's coming from as far as like keeping his daughter off social media. Like, I know it's nothing wrong with her putting videos up and stuff like that on TikTok.
What did she put up?
Just videos of her, doing the voiceovers of songs and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with those type of videos, right. But that's not what we got to worry about. We got to worry about the people that's in the comments, and if his daughter's reading the comments and it's messing with her psyche as far as like seeing, what are y'all doing, like this, that, somebody being negative to her in the comments and stuff like that. I think that's what he's actually not wanting to keep her away from. Right. If Kim is the one that's actually monitoring that, and can I borrow your phone to put up a video and then give it back to her, and then Kim sees all the comments, that's fine. But I just feel like
that's what comes with social media, though. People gonna comment on it. People gonna say a lot of shit, like with sports, movies, anything. You name it. Like anything you put out on social media is gonna have a like or dislike on there, and it's gonna have a comment. It's gonna have a comment space for people to comment on there. That's what comes with social media.
But I think that's where his issues coming from with the 8-year-old being,
totally
having to deal with those comments. And stuff.
I totally get that, but like I said, in this day of age, that's what people is evolved around, social media. And that's what these kids these days, they're around social media. A lot of kids and some of these, comedians, they have gotten famous off, little skits off Instagram and anything on social media, like Desi, Davis, like you name it. Those guys, they got famous off of a lot of their skits.
But we don't know what mental issues they're dealing with the.
We don't. But at the end of the day,
I was listening to T-Pain's podcast the other day. He had Rennie on there. Y'all remember Rennie from Instagram? The Why You Always Lying?
Yeah.
Dude? And he was talking about he was dealing with all of that stuff because he was in college when all of that came out. So he was balancing college, balancing social media, relationships, and stuff like that. And like, you know, it's a lot to deal with when you're doing with the, you know, becoming Instagram or social media famous. Like, I just feel like that's something that a 8-year-old shouldn't have to deal with at that age.
At the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna leave it at this: it's your choice.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's your choice whether you want to do that or not. I'm not gonna give nobody a pass for, you know, doing something that they felt, you know, the need to do, and then they got famous off of it, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh well, you know, this is what comes. Yeah, I got to deal with this now because of, you know, what I did. That's what you made of it. Handle it, deal with it. Like, and I'm not saying like that's you know, easy or anything. If you need to get help, get help. But that's what people need to normalize is, yo, it's not a bad thing to go talk to a therapist or to get help. And I feel like that's where a lot of people, you know, get things messed up on, like saying that, oh, you going to a therapist? What's wrong with you?
Stigmatism that make going to talk to a therapist make you feel weak.
Yeah,
or that make you feel.
I think it was
less of a man.
I think it was, but I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is anymore.
I mean, because you got to think
because
about
people
black
promoting
culture.
it now.
Yeah, black culture. You talk to somebody, you show emotion, you weep.
Right.
Now, basically, they see other people doing it, and they think, well, shit, if he doing it, then there ain't nothing wrong with it.
But do you agree if there's a way to prevent it from your kid having to deal with that at a young age, like that?
Of course.
That's all. That's all I think he's doing. I mean,
and I get that.
he's going over and above with it, you know, putting it in the social media and stuff like that.
Right.
But let your lawyers deal with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's sitting here saying basically, you know, I don't want my daughter being on social media because it can backfire and, you know, all these comments and stuff. Well, what do you think you commenting about that is doing? Like they're going to pull that back up.
Yeah, let your lawyers handle that. Like, you know,
that's why I said in the beginning, you know, just keep any shit that's going on, any bad things that's going on, keep that shit in-house and deal with it that way.
It's just crazy. It's a lot that's going on and stuff with it, but you know, like I said, I feel like he's just trying to have control. Like he said, you know, it's his first divorce. He don't know how to deal with it and stuff. Like, I think that was a jab too. It's saying it's his first divorce. Like, you know, Kim's done been through a couple, but
She's been through a couple. Anyway,
He been dragging her name because didn't he say something about another sex tape out?
nah, he went and got supposedly the laptop that Ray J was claiming that there was another sex tape, and he said that he went and got the laptop from Ray J, took it to Kim, and there wasn't nothing on it.
but let's get this whole thing. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, you know, Kim's she a hoe and all this. Well, nigga, we gotta think. Like, I be hearing all this stuff. Y'all gotta think Kanye West been fucking with a lot of people too, and it blows my mind to, you know, see all these people down a woman about, you know, fucking this man and fucking that man. But what about Kanye West? Fucking Amber Rose, fucking this woman, that woman. Like, you can't. It's a double standard. It's a double standard, and you know, everything that we're talking about need to be normalized with, you know, mental health and all that. That needs to be normalized. It needs to be. Men need to stop downing women, and women need to stop downing men about that whole, oh, you a hoe for fucking this and this and that. I feel like both parties do the same thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, this whole Me Too moment, like, I agree with it to a certain extent, but like with domestic violence, you know, if a man puts his hands on a woman, that man going to jail. But if a man gets his ass beat by a woman, he's a bitch. And I don't understand that. I feel like this. And people probably laughing. People probably would laugh at me for saying some shit like this, and I can care less. But if a woman puts her hands on you, if you got some pepper spray the shit out of her. I'm serious. You ain't got to put your hands on her.
Mouthwash.
Yeah, you ain't got to put your hands on it. Pepper spray the shit out of her. You ain't got to put your hands on that woman, man. Just like you said, you're defending yourself. And I see a lot of perfect example. The Baby.
Yeah.
With him and old girl. I forgot her name.
Danny Lay.
Yeah, Danny Lay. They were calling him a bitch or whatever for recording and calling the cops or whatever. That man got a couple of warrants out. I know he done killed somebody in Walmart before for self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yeah, self-defense. But And he done been in, fights and stuff, been all over the news, been in and out of jail. I don't know that man's personal life, but that man I feel like he did the smart thing by recording and calling the police, because first of all, that is his house. No matter how wrong he was in that situation for whatever, they were talking about, it was his house. He said she put his hands on him. So at that point, you don't do anything to the woman. You record it for your safety and you call the police to get her out of your house. What makes him a bitch about that?
Right.
Now, where I disagree with the baby on, I hate to bring this back up because it was so long ago, but I'm making an example. If your man is mad at you because you won't have sex with him because you want him to wear a condom because he got her pregnant, and I'm assuming she realized, they wasn't that too, and it wasn't going anywhere. But he's saying basically, I want to have sex with you, raw sex with you, no condom or anything. They said that this man got mad at her because basically, he wanted to have sex with her without a condom, and she said no. So he pitched the fit or whatever, told her to get out, and the baby, not the baby, but his baby. Yeah. And I just feel like that's some fuck shit. At the end of the day, man, like, respect that woman, what she wants, out of a relationship. If she don't want to have raw sex with you, bruh, like, you might be doing yourself a favor, because if she know it ain't gonna work out, you got 2 kids to worry about now once y'all break up.
You're pushing it. You pushing it. You're pushing it.
Right. Like, I just don't understand that. But that's just hearsay, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But this whole, like I said, this whole double standard with the whole men and women, like, I get tired of seeing it. I really do. Like, I get tired of seeing, men dogging women for sleeping with multiple men. Meanwhile, they can have sex with 10 women and thinking it's cool, talking to the other fellas about it. And I get tired of seeing women talking about he missed out on a good thing. He missed out on this good wop, but somebody else gonna enjoy it. Well, bitch, let them enjoy it then. That's how I feel. If you ain't gotta put it on social media, I'll tell you, this is what I feel like. What's going to hurt that man that you're trying to hurt, what's going to hurt him the most, the one that you feel like missed out on it, is when you actually do it. When you actually get another man and actually post him on social media and show the world how happy you are, he's going to be like, damn, I missed out on that. Look how happy she is. I guarantee you, maybe 1 or 2 days, he's going to be like, hey, big head, how you doing? Just want to check and see how you doing.
Or it's just going to straighten him up.
Like,
for the future.
That's all it is. This whole meme and stuff about niggas ain't shit this, like, stop it. If you really want to hurt a man, show him how happy you are and you moved on. How happy you moved on.
Yeah. True. And speaking of that, like, I seen a post the other day. Do y'all think it ever works whenever you go back to somebody you was, like, your ex? Like,
yeah.
Or
I think it can.
50-50.
Now, does it ever work if you go back to your ex that's cheated on you?
No.
It depends.
No. In your mind,
that depends on who you talk to, though. Because, I mean, I agree with you. Like, it's going to be in the back of your head for a lot of people. Some people might, they're going to let it go and be like, it is what it is. It's,
And then it's going to happen. She ain't answering her phone. This bitch out here cheat. Man, I knew I shouldn't have went back.
I ain't going to say that, man. I ain't going to say that.
But it's people think like that, too.
I mean, yeah, it is. It definitely is. But I've seen people... I done seen a lot of relationships where I was like, they ain't gonna make it. And I be damned, a lot of these couples are still together, kids, married and all. I done seen a woman throw a fucking iron at a nigga while it was hot. Still got the mark on his back shoulder and they still together.
She wasn't leaving him know she was branding him.
Listen, brother. Hey, somebody throw some shit like that with me, we done. I'm not trying to get no...
So that's your line. That's your limit. What's the limit? What's the line? I'm drawing the line here. I ain't going back.
I don't want no. Listen, if we got a daggum, you got to throw hands at me, and I gotta hold you, and then call the cops with it. It ain't for me. And
some people like that abusive stuff, though.
Yeah. And look, I'm gonna get on that subject later. But
see, my line is different though. My line, I'm very short. Like, if we just in a relationship dating, if we arguing more than if we arguing constantly. I'm about to chalk it up.
I mean, yeah. Some people can deal with it, some people can't. And like I said, to each his own. But, with the whole, being physical thing, that's where it gets scary because you can really do some serious time. And like what Wilkes was saying, you know, some people might step out in their relationship and sleep with somebody. That might be the drawing point for them. For a lot of people, I think what amazes me is seeing somebody step out on somebody, take them back, and they do it again. Or have a kid with somebody and then they take them back. I've seen that happen before too, and that takes a lot for somebody to push that to the side and move forward.
Yeah, you gotta be a real big person to do that.
Yeah. But I'm small. I've seen it happen though. I've seen it happen, and kudos to them. And like I said, we never know what's going on in the background in the relationship or whatever. But like I said, to each his own. People. Different strokes for different folks. They might can take it, they might not. Yeah,
it's just weird though. Like I don't know. Like if I'm in a he said he want a shot. Yeah, you might have to pull me. Nah, I'm gonna chill.
Nah, go ahead, Trip. Let's get another shot.
I gotta spread it out, man.
Nah, let's go ahead and get another shot.
Drink in moderation.
We'll pull it up. But I just feel like it's weird though. Like I mean, everybody is, and that's one thing I was telling Tony Trigger before we got on here is like I'm different. Like I'm still working on that with myself as far as like I'm still realizing everybody ain't like me. Like my morals and stuff in life or what and how I go about carrying myself, I'm different. Mm-hmm. Like I can't like it's a lot because I gotta realize that everybody ain't as
everybody ain't who you think they is.
Everybody ain't me.
Yeah. Right.
Like me, I'm in a situation like if I don't want to do something, and this is what's been going on, but if I don't want to do something, I'm gonna let them know that I don't want to do it or I can't do it.
Right.
Like we had a situation. They probably ain't gonna listen to it anyways, but we had a situation where look, they ain't gonna listen to it, Trigger. But there was I had quote unquote hired somebody to come and do this podcast, mm-hmm. and
they flake.
They like if I don't want to do something, I'm gonna let somebody know that I don't want to do it, or you have to find somebody else. Because like if I'm just expecting that you're gonna show up, like we would have been SOL today.
Right. Yeah.
So you gotta come up with a backup plan. But I just like when I just that's just how I am, and I gotta realize.
Feel like those are lessons, though, man. Like
we talked about it the other day.
Yeah, and I want them to know. I want the people to know who's listening. Like those are lessons. Like I take those in. I take those in that those little the shit that people do. Like if
you can sit back.
Okay. I feel like with people flaking like that or saying they're gonna come and they don't, like it's just a lesson learned. Like I don't even take offense to them. Like okay, well I'll be prepared next time. I have a backup plan just in case they don't. Because you never know, something might have came up. They might have lost their phone. Anything could happen. So the first thing I don't look at it as a negative. Like I look at it as a warning. Like that's like okay, they didn't show up. All right, I'll be more prepared next time. Same thing with friendships. Like I've cut people off a lot of times and wished hate on them at one point. Like wanted something bad to happen to them. But I've grown up a lot, and I've if I seen that person now, I would speak to him. Of course, we ain't gonna, chop it up, catch a drink or anything like that. But I ain't gonna wish death on them. Like, if anything, if I seen anything wrong or whatever, I pray for that person. Like, really pray for them and make sure, they get the help they need and then keep it moving. You ain't got to be their best friend, but like I said, you live and learn. And at the end of the day, like I said, life is too short to be holding on to any grudges or being pissed at anybody off some bullshit, really, because the best thing for me is waking up in the morning and be able to see my wife and my kids and, make sure their life is better. And that's the best thing for me. I don't care. I'm not going to lose no sleep off no man or no female off any bullshit. If they didn't come, to this event or whatever, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like, once we blow up or whatever, that same person that flaked is going to be the same person that paid to get in our show.
Yeah. I mean, I just look at it like it's a situation like we was talking about the other day. If you let somebody borrow some money and, they don't pay you back, cool.
Right.
Now I just know.
Not to let you borrow no more money.
Right.
Hey, bro, I need $40. Hey, bro, I ain't got it. I ain't got it, brother. I got to pay this little light bill. I ain't got it, brother.
But
it's cool.
But I feel like everybody built different. Like when the way we grew up and the crew that we ran with, I ain't got it tatted on me, but LAF. So I feel like with that, basically everybody knows what that means within our crew, like loyalty amongst family. And if y'all don't know what it means, Dolph said it simple: keep it real with your dog, no matter what.
You got
so
to.
I feel like at the end of the day, we built on that, but not everybody built on that. A lot of people built on, oh, if I tell them niggas I ain't gonna be able to make it, or no, that's gonna hurt their feelings, or I ain't gonna come off as like real to them no more.
Yeah.
So like I just feel like that's like what's going on with the I ain't gonna say the generation now, but some people now.
Yeah, and for somebody to do that, that would want me to fuck with them more. If somebody came out and be like, "Hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it, bro,"
Right.
But you know, somebody be like, "Yeah, I'll be there," and then don't show up. And you don't hear from a couple of days. It's like, okay, like I said, I'm not going to be offended by it. I'm just gonna look at it as a warning.
Yeah.
And keep it moving from there. But if somebody was like, "Hey, bro, I ain't gonna be able to make it. This came up, whatever," I respect that.
Right.
Because that lets me know, like, I can go ahead and prepare myself for what else I can do in that situation, or come up with plan B.
Yeah, because in that situation, it's just like if somebody keep it real with you, they're gonna keep it real with you regardless of what type of situation it is. If I know it's a bad situation, you keeping it real with me, you're gonna keep it real with me in a good situation, or you're gonna keep it real with me and regardless of whatever the situation is. Right. But I just feel like I can't get mad at somebody for them keeping it real or saying that they don't want to do something. How am I gonna get mad at that? Like we grown ass people. Like if you don't want to do some shit, just say you don't want to do it. Cool, that's cool. Now what's the next conversation? It's like, yeah, I'm not about to be mad at you because you can't do something or you don't want to do something. That's I can't bring you purposely in my life to make you do something that you might not feel comfortable doing. Like, or regardless, like. I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still working on myself, realizing that everybody ain't built like I am.
Right.
Everybody ain't brought up with the same type of morals that I am. Like,
right.
But
I feel that.
It's just a weird situation. But yeah, man, episode 100. What's some other situations or podcasts that we had that y'all want to speak about?
I posted something on Snapchat. If we talked about it, I wanted to bring it back up.
Yeah, we can bring it back up. Everybody know I never heard it.
I already know what you're talking about.
What time is it?
5:08.
Oh, okay. If you got a significant other,
I knew you was going in.
Yeah, I got to. You got a significant other, and let's just say this. I'm painting this scenario, and somebody said they'll pay you $5 million to have sex with your significant other. Would you sleep with Would you let that man or woman sleep with your significant other
for $5 million?
$5 million.
My answer's still the same, bro.
What was it, Trip? Refresh my memory.
No, it's a lot I wouldn't do for money right now. like, yeah, it's just one time. I mean, it's sacred, but hell, if it's somebody I know, if I'm gonna see him all the time, I might can't do that. But if it's just like a rando, yeah.
Man, that go back to saying, am I gonna get back with this girl and she just cheated on me?
How?
I mean, shit, you gonna be thinking her.
Nah, cause I put her in that situation. She didn't do it herself.
Okay, so you already know the second question. Okay, if it was no,
you're going too far away.
If it was no, you wouldn't let your significant other do it. Would you let your significant other have sex with that person for $1 billion? But you have to watch. Man. For $1 billion. I didn't say a meal. I said $1 billion.
Well, at the same time, you gotta think about it like this. You ain't just gonna volunteer your significant other to do it. If she say yeah, then she be like, hell yeah, I'm with it. That make you think like, is she money hungry too, or is she, is she
let's flip it around. Let's say you had to have sex with the girl.
Oh, well, shit. If it's $1 billion. Oh, okay. I'm sure we cool. Man, you cool with this? Hey, 50-50 right down the middle.
That's 1,000 million.
If she say no, then shit. We lost out. But I'm going to bring it up to you. You remember that time we could have been billionaires? Look at it. Still going to work.
You stupid. I'm still saying no. All right. I know we talked about this before. My answer was no. I will ask my woman to have a serious talk with her. If she was down with it, I have to suck it up. But
Look, use your words. That's a bad choice of words in this
Pause.
conversation.
Pause. But yeah, I would, I'd be like, all right, cool. But yeah, normally, I can't. Like I'm trying to, make my own money with my wife, and shout out to Nostalgia Hollow, Montgomery fella.
Make sure y'all we recording right now, Nostalgia Hollow. Make sure y'all check them out.
Brought to you by.
Yeah, make sure y'all check them out. What's the address here?
It's 1111 North Main Street, Kannapolis, North Carolina. We also have another shop right down the road from us on West Avenue. And
it's right across from the baseball field.
Right across from the Cannonballers. That's the name of the baseball team. We got a shop there. Also, our shop that we had, breaking news, everybody. We did have a shop in Charleston, but we shut that one down. Basically, we shut it down because of, around the time, like around January, February, around like not too much is going on, as far as like shopping. So we shut it down for Charleston, and also mainly because of COVID reasons. But it is what it is. Like we absolutely love Charleston. That's where we got married at, and like I said, we'll come back to it. And shout out to my wife, Ashley Hines. She's been a big supporting cast in my life, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And yeah, we're gonna make our own millions doing this.
Yeah.
So shout out to her.
We're gonna have it's gonna be a chain of Nostalgia Hollows.
Yeah,
with the Carolina Wave merch in stores.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all check that out too. Hey, another thing I wanted to talk about too. Mm-hmm. I've just seen episode 35 on here. Thank you. Have a nice day. Talking about customer service, like. When we was talking about this on the podcast a while back, we was talking about, if you don't like your job, quit. We tired of all the, the half-ass customer service when we go to these fast food restaurants. Is that all? Is that all? Like, but I've come to realize that backfired. All these people was listening. They quit their jobs. Like, we go to these restaurants now, barely anybody working. Everybody's short staffed.
But their customer service still sucks because they know that people are short-handed on jobs. So they're like, oh, I know they need me. They ain't gonna get rid of me. So them being rude is 10 times worse now. Is that it?
Is that it?
Is that it?
Did I say it was it?
Oh, also, can I have some ketchup? He wants some ketchup.
And then they be surprised, like all these restaurants and stuff. Now I know I did it when I was working fast food too, but they get surprised when they go through the busy times of the day. Like
I'm glad you kept it real.
I did.
Listen, all three of us, we worked at McDonald's together.
Yeah.
And he used to work the drive-through.
Hate when it get busy.
He hated it.
Line wrapped around the building and shit.
He'd come back there on the fries section and be like, these motherfuckers make me sick. Meanwhile, I'm over here burning pies and cookies and shit. I'm over here, I was the wrong person to put up some pies and cookies, any of that, because them shits was getting burned.
But you was the greatest at going to get a bucket of steam.
Fuck you. Fuck you. The first day I was excited, man.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get a bucket of steam. Hell yeah. Back here, right here. I know.
He was ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious.
It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
I would have found that motherfucker, too. I would have made it so fast.
Hey.
But nah.